Brand new details on two gunmen who launched what's being called an ISIS-inspired terrorist attack in Texas. The FBI is now searching an apartment in Phoenix where it's believed both men lived as roommates, and the FBI has dealt with one of these guys before in a previous terror-related investigation. Welcome, everybody, to a brand new hour of America's Newsroom. I'm Martha McCallum.
And I'm Bill Hemmer. Good morning. Both suspects shot dead after they opened fire, wounding a security officer outside this event that was having a competition to draw a cartoon of the Prophet Muhammad. Now, the FBI in Phoenix, with Fox Phoenix here in the helicopter, now providing assistance, searching the apartment of one suspect who allegedly tried to join a terror group in Africa dating 5 years ago. Now, police moving quickly to the scene, including some nearby businesses.
We didn't take the shot serious. We just thought it was a drop or something, a crate that fell, or, you know, somebody stomping or something like that. But, you know, because it wasn't really loud. They say it was in the back, so we didn't really get the full effect if it was out on the floor or something like that. So, yeah, I mean, I just continued to work, and after I heard it, and they told everybody to evacuate.
All right, let's get to Catherine Harris, Chief Intelligence Correspondent, live in Washington as we work through this story. A lot we do not know right now. Catherine, what can we report?
Well, Bill, good morning. Investigators are searching that condo in Arizona tied to one of the suspects who was shot outside the exhibition in Texas. The suspect was known to the U.S. intelligence community and recently the subject of an FBI counterterrorism investigation. It was alleged he tried to get to Africa, which is the home of the al-Qaeda affiliate al-Shabaab. Teams at this hour are searching the apartment to review computer records, and they are exploring whether he sent out a series of tweets prior to the attack, one using the hashtag @TexasAttack. This event in Garland, Texas, a kind of competition for drawing the Prophet Muhammad, was on the radar of Islamic extremists for more than a week before the shooting took place, with some Twitter accounts overseas calling for attacks on the event similar to what we saw in France earlier this year on the French satirical magazine Charlie Hebdo. It's standard practice in these cases for U.S. counterterrorism officials to run the names against their databases of known and suspected terrorists, Bill.
What groups are the feds looking at then, Catherine?
Well, investigators are considering whether the two men had direct ties or were inspired by a foreign terrorist group, with analysts drawing attention this morning to a series of tweets by a 25-year-old American jihadi with the al-Qaeda affiliate in East Africa, al-Shabaab, as well as a notorious operative for ISIS. The tweet was sent by an British jihadist now based in Syria who goes by the name al-Britani, and it reads in part, "Allahu Akbar, two of our brothers just opened fire at the Prophet Muhammad art exhibition in Texas, #TexasAttack. This account has since been disabled." This morning, the chairman of the House Homeland Security Committee, Republican Congressman Mike McCall, who is also from Texas, said in that statement that freedom of expression was attacked in Garland, Texas, just like it was attacked in Paris, where al-Qaeda operatives shot and killed the editors of that French magazine, Bill.
Thank you, Catherine. More when we get it from you.
You're
Okay, out of
welcome.
Washington, D.C. We'll let you get back on the phone now. Martha has more.
More on this now with Dr. Jasser, who is the founder and president of the American Islamic Forum for Democracy and a former U.S. Navy lieutenant commander. Good to have you with us back on the program this morning. You know, obviously an awful situation that unfolded over the weekend. What do you think about what happened, and what do you think are the origins of this?
Well, I think ultimately these are not lone wolves. These are operatives of ISIS. And what is unique about ISIS is that they have finally brought together in the radical Islamist movement the combination of an Islamic State that stands for imposition of theocracy. So globally, their allegiance is to the Islamic State. We saw with this individual, his tweet was about giving allegiance to the state. So it's not only ISIS, but all Islamic states, Martha, that breed this ideology of intolerance for criticism, heretics, etc. And I think Americans need to learn that it's not just about, you know, was this group too provocative? Well, they'll shift their needle about what's provocative based on what achieves their goals of domination. And in Saudi Arabia, the government says Muslims like me are too provocative, so they get put in jail. So there's a slippery slope against free speech. And if America can't defend the right for heretics, for reformers, for those who criticize the Prophet, you know, I think I as a Muslim would be just ashamed.
Yeah. We're taking a look right now at a live shot of the apartment building, or we were a moment ago, where they are looking for these two individuals. It's believed that they were roommates. And, of course, it raises so many questions, Dr. Jasser, about the presence of ISIS or ISIS-inspired people in this country, and the border issue, of course, that is prevalent in people's minds when they look at this incident as well. Your thoughts?
It's growing exponentially. The fuel is this Islamo-patriotism, this belief that somehow they are not only working against the West and freedom, but against what they have a common enemy, which is Assad and Iran and the regimes that they think they're going to bring something better when in fact it's worse. So because we've not had an alternative strategy for liberty, for a third pathway in the Middle East, to advance American patriotism, to fill the hearts of those Muslims that are seeking Islamo-patriotism, we're going to continue to see not only all 50 states, but growing opportunities for the radicals to act. Since they can't immigrate to Syria or elsewhere because we're watching them, they're going to do their acts here in Texas and, God forbid, in any other state.
God forbid is right. Dr. Jasser, thank you very much.